Hello, everybody, and welcome back to What's the Logic in That? We are a weekly podcast where we discuss randomly selected topics from a spinwheel. We stream to YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and other podcast platforms. If you're watching the YouTube VOD, then feel free to contact us on our social media. So that's Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Mr. Dean, how are you today?
Today I'm doing okay. I had the remnants of a pizza today
Nice.
from yesterday. Yeah, it was all good. It's good. I've got some Pizza Hut in. It was very heavy compared to Dom's, but yeah. Apart from that, everything's all okay. How are you, sir?
I'm okay, thank you. I woke up this morning feeling rather rough. Actually, I say this morning, I mean this afternoon. I woke up feeling rather rough. Went to bed probably at like 4 or 5 a.m. Had a nice sesh with the boys. I woke up and I made myself full English. I got halfway through before realizing I didn't have any sausages or anything, so it was basically a vegetarian one plus bacon. But I made some hash browns. They were really nice, and it sort of filled me up, sorted me out. I felt a lot better after it. Bit of orange juice with it, some fresh air, sat near the window. It was all good. Back to being 100%, ready to go again tonight. So we'll see. It's one of my friend's birthdays today, so I'm probably going to do something for that.
Ooh.
Yeah, don't know what yet. Probably Jackbox. Most definitely Jackbox.
Mm-hmm.
What have we been up to this week? It's been a pretty boring week, really. Lots of logistical things. Nothing too fun. I'm off this week. Next week.
Yeah, you bastard.
Yeah, so gonna spend some time, bit of me time, just chilling and recuperating, and then hopefully feeling 100% by the time I go back. Do you want to pop up the old spin wheel? See what the first topic of the day is going to be.
Cool.
Something fun and exciting, hopefully, to start us off with, and not too philosophical. What's the worst thing for the government to make illegal? Okay, I guess we could go philosophical with this, but I want to sort of keep it airy.
Yeah, true.
Let's think about this. What's something that's illegal now that I don't really agree with? Or what there's something that's legal now that I don't really agree with, should I say? Anything. Anything. No. Something that would be disastrous if they made illegal. For something that sprung to my mind then was free speech, but we don't actually have free speech.
No, we don't really care.
No, because it doesn't really make that much of a difference, and if anything, it actually helps to not have it.
Yeah, we do have petitions and stuff, and there's always speakers corner and Hyde Park and stuff and whatever. But people find their own causes straight away. There's never sometimes there are lost voices out there, but majority of things people find it online and they work together and they have meetups. So making freedom of speech illegal, I mean, in recent times in the UK, I don't think it's going to affect much.
No. What about religion? Let's go deep here. I feel like if you made religion illegal suddenly, that would send a disastrous sort of wave across the country.
Yeah, it would flip over everything.
Maybe not too much here. I mean, people would definitely appeal it and protest their right to believe in what they believe. But
imagine they did it, and then any holidays associated with that, Good Friday, Easter Monday.
No, yes, Christmas.
All days all disappear because that's all like Christianity, Catholic things, right?
Yeah.
So that was all banned because it's mainly because of the country.
I guess this is the same as trying to force another religion, isn't it? If you force no religion, it's the same as forcing a specific one onto people. People would just rebel against it.
Yeah, you must be atheist. That is my religion, or something.
Can you imagine being sent to prison for believing in something?
Oh my god, that's. I remember. I used to read up about because of an anime. I think it's called Samurai Champloo. But over in Japan, when Christians were there, they would make them do tests to see if you're a Christian or not to arrest you. So they put like a Bible or something on the floor and ask you to step on it. And if you wouldn't, if you're a Christian or whatever, so you get arrested. The little test, like test of faith, innit?
Test of faith, yeah. Oh,
But,
this is.
I don't know how you'd get arrested. But I thought most people would just step on it anyway, because wouldn't the word of God be more than just a book?
Oh, now we're really getting deep.
No, because like you shouldn't have to like only look at a book to know the word of God. Or it's not just one book. There's how many dialects. There's how many the different dialects. What is it translated from? Hebrew?
Yeah, originally, isn't it?
Yeah. But then there's all these different types as well.
Yeah. I really want to go into religion now. I just want to quick one on Christianity here. This is more so a jab at American Christianity more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Their fundamental belief in what they want to believe whilst reading the Bible and other religious texts, and associating Jesus as being a white man, and not realizing that their little book has been translated from the things that they're racist against, and things. Sorry, that's racist in itself.
I honestly don't. Yeah, all of Jesus's teachings and stuff is only for my kind.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? If you look at the New Testament, which take it how you want, all these teachings are about giving your fellow man the same respect as you want, turning the other cheek, not pulling a gun on them. For example.
Yes. Whereas Americans seem to think that they can take bits and pieces and work with it how they want it to work.
Yeah, like Jesus turned the other cheek, but he also pistol whipped the guy after.
Exactly. And I don't know. Let's not go too far into that, because I don't want to generate a load of controversy and hate. But, it's
one thing. Is it one thing strange the government can make illegal? Alcohol.
Oh, yes, that would be...
Can you imagine people dealing booze in the little bottles you get, and then the big bottles are like inch big shipments in the cars?
Well, I mean, they did it in America, didn't they? Moonshining, yeah. You imagine? Oh,
but imagine like legal brands elsewhere. Like, got some Baileys here for you.
You imagine everybody's making prison wine at home.
Yeah. It's like, what's the recipe for Baileys? I got Irish cream, or I've just imported. I've got bought this off Amazon. I said it was perfume.
Yeah.
Or they've re-wrapped it. Or maybe
people drinking
certain
like
brands
ethanol and stuff.
Yeah, certain brands are banned, so everyone's turning to Lidl and Aldi, who secretly are just taking off labels and putting their own ones on. I want some Baileys. Shh, you can't say that. It's Riley's now.
Riley's, come on. Why am I? Yeah, alcohol being banned would be like...
Yeah, because there's so much...
It's engraved in our society.
For the UK, alcohol is a big income.
Yeah, which is why I never understood the thought process behind weed. Because surely that would be a great taxable income.
Yeah.
So what's the whole?
Why? Yeah, I don't understand. Why make it a higher class, which means you're putting up prices. It means people are still dealing it and stuff, making more money, which puts them in more business, rather than legalizing it. Where, why am I going to go to a random dealer? I can just buy it from the shops.
Yeah, I can just buy it from a dispensary or something, and then it's just a case of, well, I've got it now. I didn't, the crime rate has obviously fallen in tandem with this because people aren't dealing. If they're saying it's a gateway to dealing harder drugs and taking harder drugs, then if you have control over it, then people aren't going to go out of their way and be in contact with people that can give them the harder drugs to begin with. If you can just get weed from a corner shop, then who gives one about having to go find a dealer somewhere who probably already has coke and other things on them anyway?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like if you... what country has done it? I forgot which country it was, but if you legalized all drugs, then you might see a funny change that no one actually wants to do them.
Yeah, because people who didn't do them before won't do them, or probably won't do them because they're legal. You know, if you're already against it, then you're probably not going to start doing it.
Oh, this little taboo thing, let me try it, and then it's like a little cool thing. There's people who take it because they like it. People are addicted, and people will think it's something cool to do and like try out. But if it's all legal, a lot of those people disappear.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't think legalizing every drug is the right way to go about it.
No, not every drug.
If you could go to the corner shop and buy heroin, then that's not good.
Yeah, like I have a bag of sugar, a loaf of bread, and a pound of heroin.
Yeah.
I just got it's a pound. Yeah, I've got actually signed that one out for you. Yeah, sure, don't worry.
Exactly. So like that kind of thing is a problem. You know, being able to buy narcotics and stuff. No, not good. Things like LSD, microdosing LSD, should be prescription probably. Being able to do that, or at least in a controlled environment, because that does supposedly help with depression and stuff. And then weed should just be legal and taxed as a drug like tobacco is. I mean, technically, weed's probably just as bad as tobacco, or
because
at the same level. It burns slightly hotter, doesn't it? And that's the only difference.
Yeah, the legalized drugs we have is nicotine and caffeine.
Nicotine, caffeine, alcohol.
Can you imagine what if caffeine was made illegal?
Oh, that is a good one. Because that would really
coffee,
mess some people up.
Fizzy drinks, energy drinks. Does every energy drink use caffeine? In some form or standard? Or they use other, all those healthy ones where they go, no added sugar stuff, they still have caffeine, don't they?
Well, you mean like Red Bull sugar-free and stuff?
Yeah, or there's those new powders coming up, like they say, gamers drink these and blah blah blah.
Oh, I don't actually know what's in them, but I would assume it still has caffeine. Yeah, I can't see why.
Yeah, but if caffeine was illegal.
What about MSG? Lots of things have MSG in it. Like pretty much every chain food restaurant is probably using monosodium glutamate in some form or another, just because it's just so ubiquitous and it just makes stuff taste better.
Yeah,
it's a flavor enhancer, isn't it? So
why wouldn't people use it? Yeah, it'd be interesting if third-party delivery companies were made illegal, like for food.
Imagine you mean like Deliveroo?
Deliveroo and Uber, so people actually had to use their own couriers still. We're just taking a step back in time.
That is just a step backwards, but I can see that happening in London, in the same way that the big controversy around Uber happened. I can see it happening with Deliveroo and Uber Eats because they don't classify them as employed, do they? They're self-employed still.
They're basically like contractors.
Yeah, essentially. So they don't get any employee benefits or sick pay or anything like that, do they? It's down to them as self-employed people to do their taxes and stuff too. So I can see there being some controversy surrounding that in the near future. So that being said, Deliveroo have recently said they're going to launch their IPO and become a publicly traded company. So they must be doing something right. And I imagine the last year for both of those, for both Deliveroo and Uber Eats, has been great. With everybody being inside and takeaways and stuff sort of becoming more mainstream now more than ever. They were always popular, but in the last year, those sort of services have been off the charts in popularity, especially with places like Sainsbury's and Morrison's, whoever, Co-op. They all do delivery services now through Uber Eats or Deliveroo. And then even Just Eat, places like that, a lot of the time now, they are using Deliveroo and Uber Eats drivers.
Yeah, they just wear the whatever bag they have on them.
Yeah. I mean, how many times have you had to take away from Uber Eats and they come with a Deliveroo bag?
Yeah. Always.
Yeah. I can't. I would say that would be a very big step backwards if they were made illegal. But I could see it happening.
Yeah, I guess the other one would be sugar.
Yeah, sugar would be very detrimental. It'd probably be good for the public health, but
the one that ruined the country is tea. It's tea bag.
If tea was made illegal,
it was only coffee and hot chocolate.
Major uproar right there.
Oh my god, everyone would be on it. Can you imagine smuggling tea into
Smuggling
the country?
tea, yeah. People would totally do that. You could grow tea leaves, I guess. That's the other thing. So some homebrew tea.
Can you imagine taking the Eurostar just to drink tea?
Yeah.
I had this in a fucking year.
Oh god, can you imagine? Yes, where we're going. Oh, you imagine now during this time period where we can't actually get on the Eurostar. You ruined. The country would be in ruins.
Yeah. No more tea.
We run on tea and alcohol. As a people, that's all we are. We're just tea drinkers and alcoholics.
Yeah.
Cool. Dean, do you want to spin up the wheel?
With us tea drinkers and alcoholics, I love it. Great summary.
Well, it's true, isn't it?
That is true. It is very true.
Cynicists. Do cinemas have a future? Right, well, fortunately, I've got a bias here, unfortunately, because I do own stock in AMC. So, for me, yeah, they have a future. I personally haven't really been to a cinema in years anyway, because I don't really enjoy it. The last film I think I saw was Endgame.
Yeah.
In a cinema. It was like 2 years ago now.
I kind of feel like maybe certain cinemas can make money streaming stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like... Yeah, but the question itself, I think, is more pertaining to physical cinema locations. Well, that's how I'm reading it.
I know, I mean like
brand.
a physical actually streaming.
Oh, you mean you go there to
so
watch...
if people don't want to pay for Netflix, Disney Plus, or whatever subscription, they can choose to sub into Cineworld, AMC, or whatever to watch specific series of their choice with people they like. Or you can just go in a group and watch it with everyone. Like, can you imagine the drama behind certain episodes of whatever series? Just like when you watch big films on the screen and you hear the music, the sounds, like everyone's shocked at the same time. Right. Like how people do like live watching online. Online audience. But imagine that in the cinema. So
I've actually been thinking about this recently, because I like to think about stupid things like this, like home cinemas and things. But I think it'd be great if Cineworld or AMC or any cinema company diversified how they did it, and rather than you go to the cinema for the big screen. What about if you go for the experience of being in a cinema? So, nice big comfy seats, popcorn, nachos, drinks, blah, blah, blah,
Everyone
blah, blah.
reacting at the same time.
Everybody reacting at the same time. But rather than you being in like an IMAX sort of theatre where you've got a massive screen, what about if you hired a small room with a projector? And then you get to watch a series of your choice from Netflix, Hulu, whatever, or, just a film even. And you've got your own little private room. You can be as loud or as quiet as you want, and then it's got like refills and stuff, and you can just go up and you.
So you're almost like talking about like a karaoke booth, but an entertainment booth instead.
Yeah.
Just media, so you can choose films, the latest films or latest series, and depending on that, they can charge certain amounts, whatever. They can also bring in food. Yeah. Maybe it's a drop in and drop out, so you don't always have to pay that much money.
No, you can hire a room based on the amount of time that you want to be there, right? So you can pay in advance for, I want to be in there for 4 hours. I might not be watching something for 4 hours. We could just be chatting and stuff, but I've got the room booked for 4 hours. And then do it like that. Whether that would work on a bigger scale, because if you think about like cinemas and stuff, they probably they work on the food, right? The tickets and stuff themselves. They don't actually make money from that. So whether you could aim it in such a way that it made sense financially for not to have as many people come in, but maybe they charge more per room, and you base it on you have room sizes for like 2 to 4 people, and then 4 to 6 people, and then 10 people plus, and then if you wanted to, you could have the 10 people plus rooms if there's no availability of stuff for a week, so you have to like book in advance for a week or something. If there's no availability, they can just screen stuff on there and just sell tickets like a normal cinema.
Like, I mean, one thing that can make them money is like, how BFI IMAX, before they're bought by Odeon, they whenever Lord of the Rings came out and stuff, they did a marathon of Lord of the Rings. Can you imagine them just doing a marathon of Marvel? You get all the Marvel movies and you get the series without having to pay for the whole subscription.
And you can sleep there as well.
You can just chill there. Honestly, there's the couple booths and stuff where you can actually lie down. There's a lot of ways they can make money still. In terms of normal films, I think they'd have to be more selective about what they want to show.
Yes. Yeah. But I think you know, with the advent of online streaming and stuff, and especially now Disney is releasing their films on Disney Plus before they're even anywhere near a cinema, and probably will do going forwards. Being able to license things like that to show in the public domain, or to the public, sorry, it just makes sense going forward to be able to diversify in that sort of way, rather than relying on the traditional experience. Maybe having one or two big screens for big films, but having smaller rooms for people to come as groups.
Yeah,
For me, that's what the future of cinema is.
The other way they can make money as well, maybe they can cut deals with all the streaming services, like Disney, when they got movies releasing and whatever. Cinemas can get it first, literally first. So for all those who always like to wait to go and watch it now and review it, they will go to the cinema.
I get that, yeah, but I
still feel people will wait.
The problem I can see with that is like exclusivity deals with individual cinemas, because they're a private entity, right? So it would be a bidding war on the cinema's behalf.
And then the cinema would die out after.
Yeah, and then you end up with monopolies and stuff, because one company is able to pay in advance or get a contract with Disney to be able to display their stuff, and the others can't. Then suddenly you've got Cineworld, who can't display anything anymore, and all they've got is old movies, and nothing's coming out to the big screen, and you know, these load of jobs and stuff. So I think the industry would have to be regulated in some way like that. Whether it is already or not, I don't know. I'm just sort of spitballing, but
yeah, because I feel like way back when it would be in the UK, Odeon has this film, View has this film, and then recently it was they all have the same film. It's just different showing times and different seats, different comfort levels, whatever. But now it's like I don't know. I mean, I always feel like Odeon stole all the premieres anyway.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, but people like the IMAX thing, no? What's the best cinema experience you've ever had?
It had to be IMAX, BFI IMAX, the one in Waterloo.
Right.
The comfort of the seats, the bass. There was sound coming from beneath and all around. Your seats rumbled. I went to watch. I was watching Transformers. I think it was the second one. No, it might have been the first or second one. But first they played off the old school Transformers songs in there, like from the animated series. It's like that was vibes already. It's like, wow. People didn't get it. But some people didn't get it. Like, it's like, no, this is like the old school Transformers music from like the cartoon and whatever. And then they had someone introducing it. It's like, oh, it's really personalized. Everyone's there. They closed the doors at a certain time, so late idiots. All the seats were comfortable. No one was, everyone was just prepared. Everyone was just there. Everyone's just enjoying it, feeling it.
This actually just reminded me. I've forgotten about this. But Lana went to the premiere of Age of Ultron when it came out.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't know where, somewhere in London for it. But she went to the premiere for it. I completely forgot about it. Like,
was it
red
good? Was it a good
premiere.
experience? Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember. I didn't go with her.
Oh wow.
I still lived up north at this point. So I think she went with her dad. She won tickets for it. She wins all sorts of stupid competitions like this. But my personal experience was an Odeon. They used to have this thing called the Gallery, I think it's called, or it was. The one that I'm referring to is at Manchester and the Printworks, and it's no longer there. It's been replaced with a View now, I think. But basically, it was on the top floor because this building's like 1 million stories high. It's not that big. But anyway, you go up a lift to the top floor. It's like a private entrance and stuff, and then you've got like refills of popcorn and drinks and nachos, hot dogs, things like that. And then you walk into like a private room, And then you see all the peasants in front of you in the normal cinema seats, and you're just at the top in like a private box with your own like special massive seats.
Wow.
The only problem I had with that was the fact that it wasn't like there was no service to it. Right, you had to get up. It was self-service. So if you wanted to leave to refill your popcorn halfway through the movie, then you're going to miss some of the movie. And I didn't. That's where they get you, right? Because you go in, you've already got your stuff, and essentially all you've got is a nice big seat. Because ain't no chance in hell you getting up halfway through the movie to go and get more food.
No.
Because why would you do that?
It would be amazing if you could have service. You press a little button.
That's the future. That's the future. I've always wanted a home cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I buy a house, I want to have a room that's dedicated to being a home cinema. I don't even watch films that much. I just like the idea of, if I ever did want to, has a popcorn machine, a drinks dispenser, you know, like the self-serve drinks dispensers that you see in places. Who has them in here in the UK? You know, like the freestyle Coke machines.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, but like on a smaller one.
Oh, you mean like it's got all the flavors and stuff like
Yeah.
that?
And
I think there's one in like KFC in Leicester Square.
Right, yeah, I think KFC do have one here. One of those boxes that you can self-serve drinks, popcorn machine, and then nice cinema seats and stuff. And probably wouldn't even use it for films, probably use it for games. I think it'd be great as like a gaming.
That's one thing I was thinking about. Those entertainment booths, if cinemas could rent out this, maybe if they've got smaller screens, keep the main films, they use the smaller screens, actually rent them out to peeps. You'll have a gaming session or whatever.
Yes, bring your console. Unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to bring your Switch because the range on the controller is about 2 foot. But
maybe that's another thing they could do. They could make custom
Joy-Cons that actually work.
Yeah. What if they just took apart a Switch, honestly?
And
then they have the sensor bar at the front of the screen, or whatever, where you're at. And then the rest of the Switch is behind you, or whatever.
My other favourite movie experience was when we went to watch Toy Story 4 for Lana's birthday. This may have actually been after Endgame. Or was that a year before? Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point was, we went to watch it and nobody else was there. We went to like a late showing. It was just us in the cinema.
That's perfect. No kids. Perfect.
Yeah, like we just went to the best seats. It was just us the whole time. Nobody else in there. Like we were taking pictures in there and stuff and just walking about. Like nobody else was there.
I think the last time I had like a good experience, I went to watch Wall-E, and a kid was acting up. And I was like, no, and the parent was just like, I came here to watch this as well. Can you stop? And the kid was silent. Every kid was silent, and the adults were just enjoying it. So they brought the kids along with them, but every parent had told their kid off. So you had chatter at like in the trailers only. With kids. I've never experienced that before. Whenever someone's brought a kid to the movies, and they're like, "What's going on? What's that?" Kids were silent. All the adults were like, "Shut up." Brilliant.
I don't think kids are that bad normally. It's teenagers. They're the problem.
I've had teenagers act up.
Yeah. Anyway, Dean, I think we probably have time for a quick final topic. Hopefully it's not something amazingly deep that we have to go into.
If it is really deep, maybe we'll save it, or maybe we'll just rush it.
Let's just rush it if it's something really deep.
Oh, cool. This one's good.
There you go. Would you rather lose your laptop or your phone? So we were talking about this slightly before. I think I would rather lose my computer.
Same.
Because if I lost a laptop, then I would just pick another one off the pile and I'd use that instead. Probably not as accessible for most people. I literally have 4 laptops with me right now.
No, I'll just grab another one as well. Like, okay. For the average person who's not a techie, like if I look in my room right now, I've got 5 laptops next to me, and I'm not using any of them. I'm using something else for this session. I have too much stuff on my phone. Like, regardless of it being backed up, there's something I need. It's got most of my day-to-day activities on there, like all my banking apps, um, communication apps, maybe some work-related stuff as well. Whereas if I lost my laptop, I mean, most of my stuff's already synced up to the cloud anyway, so I wouldn't care.
In terms of like data loss and stuff, I don't think I care either way. All my phone stuff is in iCloud. All my my laptop stuff is in OneDrive or SharePoint. If the question was slightly altered to desktop or phone, like computer or phone, rather than laptop or phone, then yeah, I think I would rather lose my phone because it'd be cheaper to replace.
For me, I'd still rather keep my phone. My phone's quite expensive, so I could deal with buying a new PC. I mean, the current one I have is for free anyway. But any new PC I get would be way cheaper than my phone.
See, my graphics card alone costs more than my phone did. So
yeah, that's the thing for your setup. Yeah, my setup, no. What are we talking? 1,300? Is it 1,300?
what for your phone?
I think so.
My graphics card alone would cost more than your phone.
Yeah, exactly. So you definitely don't want to lose that.
For reference, I have an RTX 3090.
I'm trying to look at the price of my phone, but I can't see it. But I think it's probably about 1,000, 1,100.
The thing is, losing anything like that nowadays, especially for me, like if I have a new machine or a new phone or something, I just whack an MDM profile on it and just pulls everything back. It's like I can have my machine to the same state that it's in right now in about 20 minutes. Like, it's no difference either way. Same with my phone.
I don't know. I hold more of an attachment to my phones than to anything else.
I don't know. My current phone. I have a 10s Max, and I've had it since new. So that's what, 2.5 years. This is the second one that I've had. Right, the first one broke. The screen got water damaged at some point. I have no attachment to them at all. Like, if that broke, I'd just get another one. I just wouldn't care.
Yeah. For me, like, it's first. I still got my iPhone 5 hanging about. I got attachments from that. My Note 8 for sure. That thing is a beast. I mean, I've got a lot of memories of that. I mean, it sounds kind of weird being attached to a device or an object, but it's the same as people having lucky stuff or whatever. There's some sort of connection with it. Like, oh, these are my favorite scissors, for example, or something like that. You know what I mean? So you have some sort of attachment to it because that's what you're used to using it. If you got a new one, it wouldn't feel the same, even though it's the same sometimes.
I don't know. I really don't have that sort of attachment to stuff like that. Like my phone or my PC. Like my old PC, I just pulled it to bits and then redistributed the parts when I was done with that. And I had it for like 4 or 5 years. No care for it at all.
Really? There's not like headphones, nothing for you that you're like, these fit well, these are mine.
No, not at all. The one thing that I do have like that is my keyboard that I have over here that I use every now and then for when I'm testing stuff on the monitors that I have to the right of me. Is a Razer Black Widow 2014 Ultima, and I've had that since launch. And it was the first thing I bought with the first paycheck that I got when I was working, right?
Yeah, so it has that attachment.
That's the only attachment to any electronic thing that I actually have.
Yeah, for me, I think I have attachment to most things I buy with my own money. Each step is like a different stage for me. So look, I just dropped a K on the phone. Wow. Before it was like, I dropped this much. I'm able to do this. I've achieved this much in my life. I can actually put money towards things. And eventually it can be towards other stuff in life as well. My phones in particular. So I have memories like if on that iPhone 5, how I met my missus. If it didn't have that particular game available in the App Store and stuff, there's like memories to certain things. It's like without you, Mr. iPhone 5, none of this would be here right now.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. But yeah, I really don't, like, even to games and stuff, I don't have any of that attachment to it. Like, we were talking about WoW the other day. Like, I can just pick that up or just put it down. I don't care. I can just, if I want to play it,
Yeah,
I'll play it.
I guess
If I can't play it, then I don't care.
it's I guess it's less of games, but more of like your save files. Then, if you picked up an old save file, like whoa. If you picked up an old game, it'd be like, eh.
Yeah, I guess there's some, but that's more nostalgia, isn't it? Rather than
Yeah.
so, yeah. Anyway, I feel like we discussed that well, sir. So I think we should probably leave it here. We've
Yes, sure.
done our quota for the day, for the week. If you'd like to contact us or get featured on the episode, if you want to come on and play about with us, then please feel free to leave a comment below or contact us on social media, so Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yes.
Also, please feel free to leave a comment for any topic suggestions, and we will see you next week. I guess topic for the week: something about would you rather lose your computer or your phone? Which
Yes.
one is more important to you? Which one could you not work without?
Mm-hmm.
Have a good week, everybody, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.